chat.
Wow, you guys, you've interrupted my intro. How very rude.
Sorry.
Hello, everybody. We're going to start how we mean to go on in utter and complete chaos in today's live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We're obviously going to wait for a few people to join in order to get going. Today, I am joined by the wonderful Leah, aka Low End Lobster, the excellent Andrew, aka AMP, the bass player, and Chris, aka that guy on bass. Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray! Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
hi.
Welcome, Chris. I purposely took away a lovely objective there. Let me
That's
give
all
it
right.
to you
You're
now.
always trying to dim my sparkle. I
that's
understand.
that's why I'm here. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Marks, what's the date today? It's the 30th, nearly the end
Nobody
of the year.
knows.
No, not
Close enough.
no idea in the festive gooch where we are right now. Don't know what day it is, etc. Today we are going to be reacting to each other's videos that we have done, all about the best and worst, maybe, gear of the year or similar style of video. Having seen the titles of everyone's videos, I think we've all taken a slightly different approach, which I love. Don't want to just all be the same, which is fabulous. We're going to dive in and listen to those in a little bit. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk to the people in the chat, etc., etc. First of all, we were all getting out our shorties just before we clicked live.
Pardon?
I know. Yeah, I know. Leah, I would love to talk to you, please. First of all, how are you? Second of all, you need to show us that bass that you've got in your hands.
Oh, it's forbidden. It's a forbidden base.
Oh, no,
Oh,
that the
oh.
internet is not
Yeah,
to see.
so I'm doing great. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah, over here to my right, your left, I have the forbidden fruit of Japan. It's not even made in Japan, but it's only for the Japanese market, essentially, or like South Asian market too. Basically, the only natural Mustang you can get right now. And you have the jazz pickups. This thing has lightweight tuners. It's shielded. Oh shit. Let me move
It's
that
broken.
Bonk.
Broken. It's shielded though. You have a bridge that I keep hitting it on the chair. A bridge that's aligned, not a lot to ask for nowadays, but it plays really, really nicely. And it's just like a superb instrument. And this thing in Japan is like what, 100,000 yen? That's like $680.
And
It
where's
makes me mad at Fender. Like they can produce things like this. They just choose not to.
What do you mean you're not bringing out the same free jazz basses every 8 months?
Yeah,
Right?
Thumbnail.
I've got a video coming out about exactly that topic this week sometime.
Have you?
Yeah, I recorded it today, just being like Fender. That speaks volumes of that because, like, my God, I've just got that reverse Jaguar recently, which is just an example of them just not pulling their finger out and since 2014 and just being very boring, basically.
I mean, isn't that kind of just how it goes? Like, I know, especially in the American market, like we just like put up with inferior products across the board for whatever reason, and like Asia gets all this really cool
every
stuff.
way.
Yeah, at least we're free.
Free to
And for
choose
that,
from a
you're
plethora
welcome.
of inferior products.
Yeah, garbage.
Everything is awful.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, goodness. Well, we're going to be looking at bases that are fine and some that are not so fine. Like I said, hello to everyone in the chat. Please let us know your questions or comments that you have in the chat. We would love to speak to some of you wonderful people over there and help celebrate the year with us. It's going to be a fun time. So strap yourselves in. I'm aware that the videos, I was looking at the length of some of the videos.
Yeah, we don't. I was thinking about that. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe
Oh no!
Mine's a little long.
I wasn't thinking about anyone's in particular. Hey,
I deliberately haven't looked. How much length are we talking right now? Is it like an hour long? I'm gonna
You're
go
walk
look.
funny
I'm gonna go
after.
look.
Hey, oh shit. Sorry.
You're gonna walk funny after it.
Oh shit. Sorry.
I didn't hear what you said, so I think that's
you're fine.
probably
Don't
I
you
didn't
spread
say
me with a
anything.
good time.
We're looking at about a solid 26 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I think that is absolutely fine because there's some lovely. I did have a quick skim through, and there is some lovely playing bits in there as well. So we can listen in with tonal bliss. Shall we kick off with one now? Before we get going, we're gonna. I think I would quite like to go with Andrews first, actually, if that's okay with you, Mr. AMP.
Smoke them if you got them.
Right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen now, and we're all going to listen in. I'm hoping that the volume level is going to be okay for people. Please let me know in the chat if for whatever reason it is not working or it needs to go up, down, and I'll do my very best. Okay, here we go. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Good. I feel like I'm in a Teams meeting. Oh,
We
Gary, turn your camera on. Oh, unmute yourself. That's my life. Okay.
I got the chat here. I can be a chatty Cathy.
Perfect.
Anyways,
thank you.
Carry
3,
on.
2, 1. Here we go.
One of these because I just haven't been looking at that many bass guitars for the past couple of years. Not enough to necessitate an entire list anyway. So this year, when Leah and Jonny and I were talking about doing this again, we decided we would just open it up to just general bass gear, and that works a lot better for me because I think I reviewed just one bass. Anyway, so the way we're going to do this is I'm going to start at the bottom, and then we're going to do the top, and then we're going to swap back to the bottom, the top, and etc. So starting with the least of the bad stuff that I had this year, we're starting with something that is not bad at all, but this is just where it ended up in the list, and I'm so sorry, but it's the Seymour Duncan Duff McKagan PJ pickups. These are not bad pickups. These are fantastic pickups, actually. I think that the reason why they ended up at this spot on the list is because they weren't releasing anything new when they put these out. This is just a combination of two pickups that they've sold for many years, and it just kind of seemed like marketing more than a product. But again, these are good sounding pickups. They're really good sounding pickups. I happen to really like these, but they're just not that interesting as a product that I reviewed this year. So unfortunately, they ended up at the spot they did. But yeah, there you go. Swapping over to the bottom of the top, this was a struggle to pick this particular thing because there was a lot of competition between all of the really good stuff I reviewed this year, but I have to give it to the Sterling Ray 4. I really enjoy this bass. I pick it up quite often when I'm at home. I don't get to gig it out very often. I did take it to an ABBA tribute show, and that's basically been the only time that it's been on a stage. But it sounds like you want a Stingray to sound. It feels great. It's a little bit thicker, kind of that P-bass feel that I really prefer. The 3-band EQ, it gives you mids controls, which I really like. And yeah, it's just a really good Stingray with a very pretty finish, and the roasted maple fretboard is very, very nice. Yeah, love this bass, and I wish I had more excuses to take it out and gig it because it's fantastic. Swapping back to the bad part of our list, this was also a really difficult decision to put this product here because it's not a bad pedal, but it was just a little bit disappointing from what I expected, and that's why it goes to the Tonex bass pedal. It doesn't have a DI on it.
You are tearing me apart, Lee
So the major qualm that I had with this pedal was that it didn't have a DI out. For all of the other stuff it was doing, it just made sense that that would be an output that you would need and want on something like this, and they just didn't put it there. The Tonex bass pedal is literally the exact same thing as the guitar version, just in a different finish. It's gray instead of black. And the reason why I'm still harping on the lack of a DI is because the couple of times that I took it to gigs, I had 2 different sound engineers tell me that they were not getting enough output from it. And no matter how much I boosted everything, I just couldn't quite get to the level that they wanted, which made it kind of frustrating to use in a live setting. Not gonna lie, sugar. Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. Bang, bang, bang on the door. Bang, bang on the door, baby, bang, bang.
Who
Now,
doesn't
there's a certain
love
kind of
Rock
person that will
Lobster?
love the endless tinkering, the dizzying number of sounds that you can create with this thing. And I consider myself to be more of a player than a tinkerer. I just want my stuff to work, and I don't want to have to deal with the nonsense that comes around with like building out presets and trying stuff out, and then it sounds different in your headphones versus the way it sounds on stage, yada yada yada. It's a whole thing, and ultimately I think that the pedal was just a little bit of a swing and a miss for bass players. Now, that said, on the software side of things, I've been using the software quite a lot. I do like the Tonex software. I find it to be really good sounding, and it has actually been really nice to have some guitar presets for some of the music that I've been making this year. Heresy, I know, but I do use guitar in the music I make. And on a related note, the Tonex plug that they released later on in the year and let me review, I really like this little thing because it has the same sensible software. You can use the same presets, and then you go from your phone and you can record video with these sounds natively on your phone. And I found that to be more usable in the day-to-day than the pedal, unfortunately. I'm sorry, you just needed to put a DI on it, and then it would have been really, really good. But unfortunately, it ended up in the bottom, which is crazy that I'm even saying that, because I think that just points to how good everything was this year that I reviewed. Moving to the other side of the list, we have a similar product, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. I didn't do this on purpose. I just put stuff on a list, but this is also a really useful amp sort of simulator, and that is the Origin 15. Good thing they're built like tanks, because that was fine. Yeah, this pedal sounds really, really good. I can't really tell you if it sounds exactly like an old Ampeg B15, because it's been a while since I played one, like an authentic 60s B15. But this thing sounds really, really good, and it sounded good in every context that I tried it out in. Like, it sounded good live on a pedal board. It sounded good going into the effects return. It actually didn't sound that different, but don't tell anybody. It sounds really good just going into my DAW. I really, really like this pedal. And they did also send me the super vintage pedal, and I liked this one too. But the reason why I'm giving the spot to this pedal is because I just liked the simplicity and the overall sound that I get from this. I just think I do prefer the B15 thing to the SVT thing. Maybe just a little, but these are both fantastic. But yeah, got to give it to the 15 because it is just perfect. And now we turn to our bottom list for the worst product I reviewed this year. This was something that I thought was going to be really fun and quirky, and that I was going to be able to use in my music a lot, and it just did not work like that. And so that goes to the Cyber G stringless guitar.
Jonny knows.
This is probably one review that I should have said no to, but I did it anyway because I just thought that this was going to be a lot more interesting than it was. Like, I was kind of just imagining like a synthesizer sort of a thing, but in a guitar format. And what I found was that it was not nearly flexible enough for me to use with what I wanted to do with it. Like, I think that if you've got a kid or a beginner, like, this might be a good thing. But I think for just general bass players, that even if you're a composer or a songwriter or something, like, I just question the usefulness of something like this, especially at the price that they ask for it. It just seems like a lot. And like, I pushed really hard to try and make this work. I even just tried to use the keyboard that comes with this thing, and it just never connects to my software. I can't use it like a MIDI keyboard even. And so I've just like come up short on uses for this thing, and it's so expensive and so stupid and sounds kind of bad when you put it up against like my analog synths. Like, I don't know. Very disappointing, and a product I wish that I hadn't accepted, because I've been trying to sell this thing and nobody wants it.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. And threw her arms around my neck.
All right, we've come to the end of the list. The top of the top, the best thing I reviewed all year. But before we do that, a little bit of a lightning round of everything else that I did this year, just to kind of give you a sense of where I've ended up after making the videos. We've got the Joyo Vibe Cube back there. Cool little amp. I think it was just as simple as it needed to be, and the fact that you can power it from USB-C and take it places makes it really, really good. And it sounds astonishingly good for how small it is. The Close carbon fiber Fender neck replacement. The necks have always been my favorite things about Close, and I think that this was a huge upgrade for this bass. Really, really like the neck. I used it when I was tracking this album that I helped record on. Was hoping I'd get to share that by this point, but it's not done yet. When it is, it's 90% this bass, and I got really good sounds out of it, and it feels so good. I love these necks. I need to just get a Close bass at some point, because man, they're good instruments. The Van Gogh pedal board with integrated power. This is the board that I take to almost every gig that I need a board for, and I really like it. It has just enough space for what I want, and the bag is good. No complaints about this one so far. It's a good pedal board, especially if you want something kind of simple. Probably not very many of you recognize this, but this is an audio interface from a company called Sonido. And I ended up putting it back in the box because I just wasn't using it, and I don't have any plans to continue using it. It just doesn't really suit what I need to do, as it turns out, and it doesn't sound that good. The Korg pitch strap. Those of you who exclusively watch me on YouTube probably didn't even know that I had this. This was sent to me by Korg with a little care package, but this is essentially a tuner that clips onto your strap instead of the headstock. And I thought that was really a joke, and I initially clowned on this thing when they first sent it to me, and then after a couple of months of using it, I was like, actually, this works pretty good. It was even able to tune the low B on my Seric 5-string back there, and it did its job, and it was very compact and small, to the point where I was not putting it in my gig bag like I normally would with a tuner, and it ended up in a pocket in a pair of pants that went through the wash, and so now it turns on, but it just doesn't work. So that's unfortunate, because I actually liked this little thing. It was perfect for what it is. And I can't forget about the X5 wireless systems that I just reviewed. There was the one where it had the charging case, and then there was the one with the tuner. Both of those, great. I'm using both of those for different situations. So if I bring a pedal board, I've got the one with the tuner. And if I don't bring a pedal board, I bring the standalone wireless and the charging case, because I think they work really good. And I'm still just trying to find those situations where they don't. And I haven't come across it yet. So that's good. All right, enough dilly-dallying around. Drum roll. That's dilly-dallying, isn't it? All right, the best thing I reviewed this year was the GK Legacy 112 amplifier. Ever since they sent this out to me, I've used it at pretty much every gig where I've needed an amp, and I have fallen in love with it. It sounds fantastic. It's the perfect form factor, and it has 400 watts, so it's never not loud enough. And sometimes I do bring the extension cabinet, but most of the time no, because it's just not needed. And I'm lazy. So those are the two reasons. But yeah, that's the one thing. If you took away everything else that I was given to review this year, and I could only keep one thing, that's the one thing I would keep. I love that amp so much. It's just perfect for me in practically every way. Ooh, something I just remembered, that recording session, the album that I did with the close bass was also all done on this amp as well. The artist wanted me to bring an amp to these recording sessions to record out of, and so that's the one I brought, and it sounded great. It'll do modern sounds, it'll do vintage sounds. The EQ is really, really flexible. The drive circuit sounds killer. I love the variable pad knob that you have, so it doesn't matter what bass you bring, you can get it dialed in just exactly the way it needs to be. Yeah, fantastic amp. Love it. I will play it until it can't go anymore. This thing is awesome. Anyway, so that's all of my top and bottom picks for the year. Let me know in the comments if you have thoughts on some of this stuff, or maybe things that you'd want me to review in the coming year. And I hope that you have a wonderful new year and a happy 2026. AMP out!
Yes. Yes.
Lovely.
Amazing. What a legend. My guy.
So first and foremost,
I love that GK amp so much.
Oh, so good.
It's great.
I'm also jealous that Sterling sent you a sparkly Stingray and I only got the base model black one.
On that topic, I want to air something that I've been thinking recently. Well, for the past year, I think. Where's everyone at on roasted maple necks? All right.
Oh, shut up, man.
Chris has been had to put up with this on the podcast.
Old man yells at clouds.
I've had enough.
You're over them?
I'm over them. All right. Let's go back to maple now, please. They've had that moment. Everyone loves it. I'm absolutely the minority, but I'm fed up. I swear to God that they are a scam and that they're not better. And that we're being
so if
lied
you're
to.
a manufacturer and you make a bass with a roasted maple neck, just know that Jonny Dibble hates you.
Yes, and you're awful. And that is all. No, I don't. It's bass by bass. You know, it's absolutely fine. But
it's just another one of those things that I don't know if it makes any difference whatsoever at all, but it's a thing. I don't know.
It definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't make a difference. It looks nice though.
It's a lot of those, like the bass that I always think of with like these like premium features that I don't know if they do anything. It's like the BB 735 that Yamaha. I think at least Jonny and Leah have both played those. I don't know if Chris has touched one,
you
but it just has
at the guitar show.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. I'm
glad
you're here.
It was so memorable.
He
but it just has all of these features on it. So it's like we've got the angled string ferrules for this, string through body. We've got the 6-bolt neck with 2 of them at an angle to like pull it into the neck. It greases sustain. Has all of these little things, and I'm like, I think that's neat, but I don't know if that makes a measurable actual difference for anything.
Right. Yeah,
so,
I know
know.
what you mean, and I don't. And roasted maple, I'm coming at it from the point of view of I don't think tonality wise, like very small.
It's mostly just visual.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean it. It's just an aesthetic thing, and I don't think that like it changes necessarily the playability either. Someone popped in the chat saying the Charvel PJ is the best neck you've ever had, and I know those are roasted. Those necks are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's not down to it being roasted maple though, but yeah, like the feel of those.
Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it bloody is. But there we go. Well, Andrew, that was a lovely list. Is there anything else on there that nearly made the list that was left off? I suppose you gave us a kind of top other ones.
Yeah, I
on
kind
there.
of went through just about everything. I think the only thing that I might have omitted was a strap, because the one thing I've been thinking about making a video about just so like my main bass, my Sarek 5-string that I take to every gig. So it'd be like, this is what I've learned from 100+ gigs on this one instrument. But I was given with the pitch strap tuner, they also sent me like a Levy's leather strap, and I've ended up using that one because the locking strap locks that came with my Sarek, they just have a tendency to unscrew the strap buttons for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had it on the bottom and the top multiple times. One of them eventually stripped out entirely, and I had to take it to a luthier and get it fixed. Like, it was a whole thing, and I was
Oh
like,
my
you know what? I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing anything crazy on stage. I don't need locking tuner or locking straps, so I'm gonna just switch over to this other one.
Do you
Because
remember?
I'm too lazy to even. Because I think, yeah, I still got it here. still have them connected to this other strap that I was using because I'm too lazy to take it off.
Yeah. On that
Question
topic-
asked, which strap locks? I don't know.
Does everybody use strap locks here?
No,
Jim
no.
Dunlop.
I don't use them either.
No. So I have a different method, which I think is far superior. So I've got two straps that I mainly use. This one, and it's actually got, I don't know if the camera can see this, an actual like mechanism on it that's a bit of plastic that goes into
Oh.
the attachment.
What
here.
brand
So
is that?
no idea. It rubbed off years ago. That's what she said. I don't know. like I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, it attaches to it like that,
Okay.
and I've never once had an issue. And I go pretty mad. So I've been very happy. That, and I think it's Planet Waves do one that's like it's on a bass in the case somewhere, but it like kind of
almost
clicks into
certain-
place.
I'm almost certain that I was at a gig where a guitarist had the Planet Waves one, and it totally fell apart right at the end of the gig.
Oh my god!
I think I have it
Don't
on
say
camera
that.
somewhere. He's like got his like guitar up on his knee, like kind of kneeling down on the ground because his strap
Gutted.
fucked up. And yeah,
I'll go one further. Do you guys remember these? I swear by these. The Damasio clip locks.
Oh yeah.
The seat
yeah, yeah.
belt. Like I use those on loads of my basses, and I'll tell you, like this, that is not coming off like at all. And the screws they give you like are really thick as well. So you just if I took that off, I can't put the original strap button on again,
Yeah,
which is obviously a bit of a problem. But this
you're
is
done.
like, yeah, this bass is really heavy as well, and it's not going anywhere.
Is
This
that a
is-
USA or is that a Ray 34?
This is a Ray 34.
Does everybody
Um,
here have a Ray 34?
I've got a Ray 2 as well.
Raise
I-
your hand.
I used to, but not anymore.
Johnny's got such
Johnny.
a revolving door of basses; it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, my Ray 34 went about 3 years ago. Right. I'm
So
gonna
you
put
were
this-
going to tell us about this other strap lock thing that you've got?
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had it in my hands. It's this. It's like it attaches
Oh.
on, and then you push down here, and then kind of wind it in, and then that locks in.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got a
You said that that's
similar
the
one.
no.
No, mine's the Damasio one.
Yeah, yours
I've
is
got
the
another
Damasio.
one. Yeah, I've got one on the is it a Planet Waves one?
I don't
think.
know. That's what I said, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, the one I've got I think is Planet Waves, and he's like that, but it's spring loaded. So you pull the spring, it opens, you put it on the button, close it. Bass players are so boring. Like
Yeah, what has this gone into?
The minutia. That's what people are here for, right?
I want to say one more boring thing. You're so right. This not having a DI, but having MIDI is criminal.
it's so funny.
Yeah, like
That's so bizarre.
I have exactly one like potential group that I play with where I could maybe figure out MIDI, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to do this whole 90-minute show to tracks and then like try and sync up this pedal with it and do all that stuff when I can just like it's just such a high amount of effort for not that much of a benefit, and so
100%.
I'm not going to use MIDI. Like
We're
somebody
just-
will, but not me.
Unless you were like the lead vocalist, or if you really wanted to leave your board or whatever and go around and do something else, and you needed those changes to be so automatic, for it to be plumbed in with MIDI. Okay, but we're just not doing anything sonically that different between
I don't
changes.
think I just don't think we're the people who need that level of MIDI control. Like if you're like you said, on like a big show, and it's like there's tempo, you've got stuff mapped to tempos and stuff, like whether you're like a guitarist with loads of delays and stuff, or like a keyboard player who's doing lots of program changes, there's definitely a place for it. But for people like us, I just don't think we need it, really.
It's very extra.
Yeah.
I
You'd
think
think
99% of
we
bass
would, but yeah.
players would rather have just a DI instead of MIDI.
Yep.
So speaking of MIDI, one of my choices of things that I guess we'll see later is a certain pedal, and this brand is known for having everything. It's an analog pedal. All the things are analog, but all the parameters are controllable via MIDI as well.
Is that a Chase Bliss?
Chase Bliss.
Chase Bliss.
Yeah.
They're so bizarre. And then you have an onboard, you can set like onboard bouncing of certain controls. So like you can have a reverb come in and out at a whatever rate you want and things like that. You can get weird. They're weird.
My monkey brain can barely handle digital.
It's like so many possibilities.
Guess I'll just use a DI.
But
just because you can doesn't mean you should.
We've never learned from Jurassic Park.
Well, I'll go one further. We never learned from Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Wow. Right. Shall we listen to or watch another video?
Let's do it.
Why not?
Would anybody like to go next?
No.
No, I don't want
Thanks for volunteering,
but
Chris.
But you can like fast forward through mine because I talk a lot. Yeah, and you can just play some of the little clippies. Yeah.
We're gonna put it on
Maybe go
1.2
through the
speed.
winners. I don't know. Yeah.
No, we're gonna listen to the whole thing, and we were pretty quiet through the last one. I think we can talk throughout if we want to as well. So just comment, about how things sound, etc.
I was like wrestling my dog throughout the first one. Anyways, he was like chewing on my ankle half the time.
Right. Okay.
He's a nut.
I know we should have all got our pets involved.
Oh no, that's not a good idea for me.
For you or for me?
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh,
Oh,
I have
hates
7
that.
dogs
He
downstairs.
hates this.
oh my god.
Hey. You can continue. Leroy wants to watch. He doesn't want to watch.
It's too many dogs.
That is
I have
just the
one,
right
and
amount of cat.
that's plenty.
Plenty, just right.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready?
Let's play.
Let's go. The Lobster Awards 2025.
The lobbies.
The lobbies.
The lobbyists.
The lobbyists.
Hey, and speaking of pets, huh?
Oh yeah, there's Phoebe back there.
Hey.
Freedom.
There's 14 this year. Coming year.
Whoa! 4 more years.
Lady.
They can do OnlyFans.
Not over here. Not over here. It can't.
No.
Oops.
Oh.
Round again. We got a guitar player in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you wish that you could do stuff like this?
Just because you can.
Oh, tapping.
Stop it.
Billy Sheehan over here. I personally hope this whole video is 26 minutes of this. And then at 24 minutes, you just rack off 5 things in the video.
It's just a text at the end.
It's all of that. It's like this. Bye.
Yes.
Oh, that definitely was something. Salutations, crustaceans. I'm Lobster, and this is
Keep
our
it humble.
first annual Lobsties, the Lobster
Oh,
Awards.
Lobsties.
In previous years, I did top and bottom 3 bases of the year videos, looking at the best and worst 3 bases that I looked at that particular year. However, I'm changing things up a bit because I feel like that's a bit too, I guess, like cookie cutter, and I wanted to do something a bit more, I guess, variable and a bit more fun. So this is the first annual Lobster Awards, where I'm going to be awarding various bases that I looked at throughout the year with various awards and accolades.
Someone
for
mentioned that I'm
bases,
just holding
we have
this
5
MTV
different
the entire
awards that we're
time and
going
just
to be
never
giving out.
mention it.
We have the best new base of 2025. We have the best base that I
Is it
reviewed
Occam's
this year.
base?
It doesn't
Or,
have to be new. It could be from
no,
any
what's-
year. We also have the most surprising base of the year. We have the
Chekhov's
quirkiest base
base.
of the year.
That's what I was going.
And then we finally have the
Ah.
worst base of the year. So we have 5 different awards, and each of them is going to have a winner and a runner-up. We also have 3 hardware awards. Those are going to be the pickup of the year, the preamp of the year, and the pedal of the year. These are all going to be based on things that I looked at this year or installed in a project. So starting at the top, since these are all pretty big deals, let's start with the best bass that I reviewed in 2025. Now, this does not have to be a new bass. This doesn't have to be a bass that came out this year, just one that I looked at or revisited in the past year. And the runner-up for the best bass that I looked at in 2025 is the Sterling by Music Man Short Scale Stingray.
I want one of these.
That is a very recent video,
So
and I was
nice.
just impressed with how the revision took things to the next level and made this one of the most perfect
have a
short
roasted
scale
maple
instruments,
neck, Jonny.
especially under
Oh,
$1,000. It has all the
I'll
tonal
let it
flexibility that
slide.
you
Get
get
one of
with
the old ones.
and all in a passive short
Pre-roast.
scale setup that doesn't need any
Pre-roast,
batteries.
yeah.
Here's a little
Put it
clip
in the
from
fridge
my
for 2
review of that
days, bring
bass,
it
just
back
to show you how good it is.
Parallel.
Isn't that the John Mayer thing? He like put his guitar in a chest freezer and they claimed that it did something for it.
It's John Mayer, man. Let's just assume whatever it is, he's done it.
And it's
I mean,
correct.
Billy Crogan would tell you that, or Corey, whatever his name is, would tell you that it's in the color. The color really affects the tone.
Oh yeah.
Tone
Tone
paint.
is in the
Tony
color.
paint.
If you make the bass match your lipstick, then it's all just going to be like tonal perfection. That's
You
what
know
I've
this.
done here.
Commitment to the drip really brings out the warm mids in the bass, I think.
And that bass is also strung up with Ernie Ball Group 2 flat wound strings that
That
just
was a
fit
good
that bass
video.
so perfectly. But that is our runner-up for the best bass that I looked at in 2025. However,
Oh, I
the
thought that
best
one
bass
wasn't
that I
paying
reviewed in
attention.
2025 or just looked at was the FGN EMJ2, the Expert Mighty Jazz. That is one heck of a bass.
What a name!
At that
What a
particular
name!
price point of around $1,700, it is an unbeatable bargain, being a handmade, absolutely boutique level Japanese instrument. Here's a little clip from my review of that bass.
I feel like these FGNs are kind of what Sire wishes they were doing.
Yeah. Except like the FGNs are like one tier below the Fender Japanese stuff in regards to forbidden fruit. You know? They, like,
Yeah.
they don't like sell that stuff outside of the US.
MJ2,
Like,
as well as the interesting tonal palette that you get that was very unorthodox for a jazz bass. However, the whole thing as a package was just simply immaculate and an incredible instrument. And that is my 2025 best bass that I reviewed. However, let's talk new instruments. What was the best brand new bass of 2025? The runner-up for the best brand new bass of 2025. This is a model that came out in 2025. That would be the Sire F10.
Oh, well, there's
An
Sire.
absolutely incredible instrument and a pretty solid value, also at that $1,600 or $1,700 price point. This bass features a next-level build quality and features from Sire, as well as a familiar electronic setup, similar to that of the M series. However, the entire package as it is just a fabulous playing instrument.
You said F10, and I was like, that sounds more like a car, and it is.
Or a fighter jet.
140 less than that.
The top horn, is that at the 12th fret that just hits the side of the neck?
Say that again?
The horn where it connects, that's right at the 12th fret, right?
Yeah, right about there.
Yeah.
I really connected with that bass a lot, and probably more than any other Sire I've ever played. And it is honestly one of my favorite instruments right now. I'm going to be featuring that in a little mod project coming up in 2026. Keep an eye out for that. But that is our runner-up for the 2025 brand new bass of the year. But now let's move on to our 2025 best new bass of the year. And that gets awarded to the Sterling by Music Man Bongo.
Oh.
This was a bass that Sterling announced at the beginning of the year. However, it took them a while to actually come out with the bass. But it was worth the wait, let me tell you. At $699 for the 4-string, this has a very solid setup. Great construction. I would say its weak point is the electronics, but those are easily upgraded as they're standard Music Man sized. And honestly, just the package as it is for that particular price point is stellar. The bongo is a very polarizing instrument, and I feel like offering a budget version of the bongo, especially one that's so easily moddable and just such a great package overall, was a wise choice. And I think that Sterling definitely hit it out of the park with this. Even considering the delays at the launch, the finished product was definitely worth the wait. Here's a clip from my Sterling by Music Man bongo 4-string review.
Oh, that sounds annoyingly good.
You've done it again with the lipstick.
I tried.
It maps.
That's just a signal to all of us. We need to step it up.
I think we could be doing more. We could be doing more.
NAMM 2027 full drag. Everyone.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And we also have a mod project coming out for that. It's actually already done
snake.
right over here, and it's gorgeous. And I can't wait to share that with all of you. But as it stands right now, the Sterling by Music Man Bongo is our 2025 brand new bass of the year, and I think it deserves it. Next up is the most surprising bass of the year. This is an award for a bass that really surprised me in one way or the other, be it a good surprise or a bad surprise. Just something that, I wasn't really expecting to be so good, or something that I was expecting to be very good and really wasn't. Luckily, both the runner-up as well as the winner of this category, both positive. So for the runner-up on most surprising bass of the year, that would be the Mark-based Galaxy 4-string bass. That was an absolutely stellar bass.
and is often on sale and overlooked at places like Guitar Center. Pick one of those basses up and you will be pleasantly surprised with some excellent gnarly jazz tones and a super flexible control setup. I've never been a fan of Mark bass amps and just their tonal palette. I've just never really been a fan of them, and I also don't like all the bells and whistles. I like simple amps. And when I saw the Mark bass Galaxy at first, I didn't think really anything of it. I just thought it was some sort of, budget money grab from an amp company. I was wrong. I was very wrong and pleasantly surprised by the quality of the Mark bass Galaxy. Here is a clip from my review of that bass. Funny, I sold that bass back to the Guitar Center I bought it from, and whenever I went to visit it, it would still be there, and it would be playing instrument. However, that is only the runner-up, and the actual most surprising bass of 2025 in my reviews will have to be the Tobias by Gibson Killer B 5-string bass. This actually just goes for the whole Tobias by Gibson lineup. Gibson has always been known for not necessarily paying attention to bass players. And back in the 90s,
No way.
Acquired Tobias basses.
Hot take.
Scratched the life out of that company until they were producing nothing but crappy Chinese weird little Tobias copies. I don't even know what they were. Those Toby basses. Blah.
Yeah, not full
But out of
Tobias.
left
Toby.
field,
Toby.
you know, with the reissues of the Growler, Killer B, and the Classic. 3 iconic Tobias basses from the 90s, except now produced in Indonesia, I'm assuming by Cort, and featuring the same USA Bartolini electronics at a very affordable price. Nobody expected these basses. Nobody. Not me. Nobody expected these basses. And I was pleasantly surprised, not just by the entire package, but just the construction and the playability.
We have another matching lipstick. I mean, now that you've pointed it out, Johnny, I just see it every time. I'm like, see, and I have to raise myself up to even wear pants for some of these videos.
Stylized. Killer B gets our 2025 Most Surprising Bass of the Year award.
That was the next pickup too. I don't give a crap about the first pickup on
This
that.
is a bass that just had some weird or silly features. It could be good or bad, just weird features that kind of make you go, huh. Our runner-up for the 2025 Quirkiest Bass of the Year is the Ernie Ball Music Man Stingray Retro 70s. Music Man had been making these Stingray Classic for over a decade, I want to say, and that was the classic formula of the Stingray, but with some modern touches. However, Music Man decided to go all in on the nostalgia train and produce the Ernie Ball Retro Stingray, which was a replica of the 70s Stingray. 3-screw micro tilt, neck adjustment, and all. And that had an interesting feature where the Allen wrench for the micro tilt was too big for the whole of the neck plate. So you actually had to remove the neck anyways to adjust the micro tilt. That and the bullet truss rod versus the truss rod wheel was definitely a choice. I know they're going for the vintage feel and authenticity, but in my opinion, the Stingray Classic was a much better bass with a much better construction. Here's a little clip from the Ernie Ball Music Man Retro 70s review.
On that, to be beholden to retro features.
So that is our runner-up for Quirkiest Bass in 2025. However, the winner of the Quirkiest Bass for 2025, at least the one that I reviewed, is the Yamaha TRB 1005J. That bass features a unique single coil pickup system that has a dummy coil that is hooked up to the preamp separately. the whole electronics configuration of that bass yields a very bright and unique tone that is something of its own. And those are very special basses. And I just found that between the pickups and the electronics of that bass, as well as just the fun little build features like the 6-screw neck attachment with those 2 angled screws, just things like that make the Yamaha TRB just a quirky bass. These instruments are absolutely legendary. And here's a little clip to show you why. What an instrument. So yes, the Yamaha TRB 1005J wins our quirkiest bass of 2025. Yay! And finally, we've come to our last bass category, the worst bass of 2025. Now, this could be just any instrument that I reviewed. It doesn't have to be necessarily a new instrument that was launched in 2025. However, in this case, they're both pretty close. Our runner-up for our worst bass of 2025 is the Fender American Professional Classic Mustang bass. These basses are plagued with bridge issues. And by that, I mean that every single one has the bridge misaligned. I ordered a message directly to the Guitar Center, brand new from the Fender warehouse, and the bass arrived in great condition. I had no issues at first glance. However, when I restrung the bass, I noticed that the string ferrule holes were way off compared to where the holes were on the bridge. That was very odd. I mean, I've played Mustangs before and I've never seen the bridge be so misaligned. It must have just been a one-off issue though. So I returned the bass and I ordered another one. In fact, it was the last one available in the warehouse. That one had the same bridge issue. In fact, it was even worse. Yeah, not great, not great. To see this level of quality control on a $1,600 USA-made Fender makes this the runner-up for the worst bass of the year. However, in regards to playability, in regards to tone, that was a okay bass. I mean, the biggest issue was quality of ownership with that bridge misalignment. Having the strings rest directly on that little bridge edge versus resting on the ferrule holes themselves could mean a shorter string life and some string issues in your future. However, in regards to playability and tone, it was fine. I had no issues there. It was the quality control that was the bummer. However, the winner of our worst bass of 2025 has no excuses. That bass is the Squier debut precision bass, the D-Butt. This bass arrived in an unplayable condition both times. That's right, I ordered it twice because the first one was so bad, I decided to revisit it and think, you know, hey, I'm going to give this a second go and give it a fair shake. Same thing. Out of the box, absolutely unplayable. Strings that are deader than King Tut. We have a pickup that is set up. We have extra higher than Mount Everest, and just the overall quality control of that instrument was atrocious. The tuners were extra stiff, and in order to get that instrument in a playable state, you would need to probably drop another $100 or so and have a professional look at it if you weren't equipped to take care of it yourself. And because this is geared at beginners, I think that this instrument is doing a terrible disservice to bass players as a whole. I think that bass players, especially new bass players, want an instrument that they can enjoy and they can actually play, not one that they immediately need to dump a bunch of money into to get it playable. True. And what's ironic is the Sonic series from Squier, the Sonic Precision bass, is often on sale for, what, $10 or $20 more?
It's the fastest bass alive.
It's a far superior instrument. Both have the same P-bass formula, but that Squier Sonic bass is just so much better. And definitely out of the box, you could just play it. You can take it places, you can play it. Whereas the debut series simply is not playable out of the box and would likely be returned. Because honestly, if I was a new player and I had an instrument arrive in that condition, I would be pretty disappointed too. So that is our winner of the worst bass of 2025, and that is the Squier debut precision bass. And now let's move on to the other categories. We have our pickups of the year, our preamp of the year, and our pedal of the year. Let's start out with pedal of the year. I didn't do many pedal reviews this year. However, I do have a bunch of pedals that are in my base setup, and one of them really stands out for me in particular, and that is the Chase Bliss Brothers AM Overdrive and Distortion.
Yeah, that distortion sounds so cool.
This pedal, in my opinion, pairs so nicely with bass. And I've just really been enjoying playing some various flat-wounded basses with this distortion pedal. I think
That's
it's
the distortion.
all the
Amazing.
abilities that you have that are, Chase Blitz quirks. Those are all present there and make this pedal even more fun. So the Chase Bliss Brothers AM is our pedal of the year for 2025. For pickups of the year, this one is a no-brainer. We didn't look at many pickups this year. However, I did swap out the Aguilars in my Ibanez EHB with some EMG E-Series pickups. These are their new series of stacked single coil, and I was really impressed with the result on my EHB. Here's a clip from that particular video showing those EMG E-Series pickups.
I
I
love your
kept
hand.
getting EMG and EHB mixed up. So I had to do several takes of just saying that.
I love that your hand is just down, holding animals down in that whole take as well. It sounds great.
Did you bring one of these to NAMM the one year that we all got together?
Did I bring the EHB? I think it could have been one of the basses.
I'm not sure if it was this very one, but I thought you had
That's
one.
the only one I ever really. That's the only one that stuck around.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be doing another project
I'll have to go through my
pickups in
photos.
2026, but those are our 2025 pickups of the year. And then finally, our preamp of the year. This one is also a no-brainer. I featured this preamp in a couple of projects, only one that has a video, and that is the Trickfish IPA, the internal preamp. The Trickfish IPA is a super flexible drop-in preamp that can be used in a variety of different
So
applications.
good. Seriously,
2
so
band or
good.
3 band, you
Best.
can have passive or active pickups, and you can set up a bypass switch or a mid-frequency switch. There are so many different flexible options that you have. And even if you don't want to use the switches, you can switch the various frequencies on the PCB using various little jumpers. So you have a bunch of different tonal options with this preamp. And I've enjoyed using this preamp in both my Ibanez EHB as well as my Sterling by Music Band Bongo mod, which is going to be featured in 2026. That one I'm especially excited to show you all. That is a fantastic mod. But regardless of the application, I would think that the Trickfish IPA internal preamp is a great choice to upgrade your active bass or even your passive bass that you want a little bit more tonal flexibility, and should definitely be on your radar. And with that, we end the Lobsties, the first annual Lobsties, the Lobster Awards for various bass things.
Hi, Tiki. I know, it's so exciting.
Round of
Be sure to
applause.
let me know what you think about the various accolades in the comments below, and be sure to catch up. And be sure to catch the live stream on Jonny Dibble's channel where we talk about our choices for the
right
best
now.
right
Oh my
there.
God.
And thank you all for watching. Until we groove again.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice. That was wonderful. And
Thank
excellent
you.
closer there. Well, that was the fastest half an hour of my life. That was so good.
Yeah, that went by
Yeah,
quick.
that flew by.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad.
One thing I wrote down, I just have it on this envelope, and I
Taking
was like,
notes.
I want to make sure I come back to that. The Mark bass basses
Yeah.
are shockingly good. I was in a
Yes.
Guitar Center a couple of years ago, and I was just playing stuff, and one of the employees there was just like, "Oh, dude, you got to try this bass out. This is the best bass in the store right now." And he pulls out one of those Mark bass things, and I was just like, "Are you serious? Are you fucking with me right now?" But he puts it in my hands, and I was like, "Oh, yep, it's the best bass in the store. Holy crap. And I think it's just like one of their like $1,000 like jazz bass things.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
I've only tried the Bronco like version that they do that was in like orange. That was like £100 to £200 new.
Oh yeah,
I
the
think
super
it is.
cheapy one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and even that was good. And I was like, okay, so and I know that they, you know, obviously they're in the preamp world, so I was hoping that they would be good. Yeah, that sounded awesome. I'm in the market for a jazz bass for a couple of mod videos that I've got coming out in the new year. So that might
Ooh.
be a good contender. But ideally, I want something passive. So
They make a passive one too now.
do they? I did see
Yeah.
that they've just released like a red and a blue one, with like non-roasted maple eggs. So that could be good. Yeah, that could be good as well. Yeah, that was great. I'm excited to hear that Trickfish preamp. I've actually got a Trickfish preamp in my Ashdown bass now.
Oh, very nice.
It's the one with no knobs on at the minute, which is a crime for me, I know. But it's not the
Where is your knobs t-shirt,
Oh
Johnny?
mate, you've been hounding me this for years. Yeah, I'm like
the
I know
people
one
demand
person
the
that's gonna
knob
buy it.
shirt.
I know one person. that I'll
We
sell it
want
to.
knobs. We want knobs.
We demand the knobs.
It is
All
my
right.
constitutional right.
A knobbage by law. Okay, I'll make it happen. I'll make some kind of thing happen this year. That's my goal.
You said it on recording. We have it.
I know.
So-
I probably said it last year as well.
We said we'd do podcast merch about a year ago as well.
Yeah.
But to recap some of those basses, some notable ones: the Sterling short scale Stingray. Ever since they roasted the neck and came out with that Fiesta red color, it's like, oh, it's so perfect. It's one of the best short scales out there.
I've been, because I really actually like a passive Stingray, and Chris can speak to this as well. The Ray 2 I thought sounded great, and I've been really enjoying some passive humbucker sounds recently, which previously I was like, no, it needs a preamp, but it sounds great. And the fact, because with the short scale, you've got the rotary knob, haven't you, that allows you to go from split to series to parallel, and that is where it stands out above everything up to because I think the Ray 24 CA is when it starts to get parallel winding in it. If I'm
none of the Sterlings are
none of
parallel,
them
actually. They're all
not even the Ray, not even the 34.
No.
God, I thought that they did up until then, but that's a crime. That's like the Stingray sound. So yeah, the fact that it does that is just so good. And I'm sad that they didn't do it on the Sterling, have a parallel mode for that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that seems like a waste. And another feature of the short scale, though, is the neodymium pickup, which is the only Sterling that has this pickup.
I'm going to get one. I've decided.
They're delicious.
Try and get one. Exciting. Awesome.
And then get a fun pick guard.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. You can't leave it stock. Never, ever.
But I know you also took a look at the bongo, Johnny, and that was my new bass of the year. And here's the modded one right here.
Yes.
Have you got different pickups?
Have you got a different pickguard on there as well?
Yeah, it's a fake gold. It's like fake anodized.
Oh, yes. I could see it like shining. That's cool.
And it has the Trickfish IPA preamp as well.
Indian Pale Ale or Indian preamp.
What does IPA stand for in that context?
Indian Pale Ale.
Indian Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody put in the chat, so does it sound very hoppy?
Hey, there you go. What is the deal with Trickfish? I just kind of vaguely know through, I think they had a booth at NAMM that I saw, or at least they were kind of like the darling for all the boutique bass manufacturers. But other than just kind of like seeing them around and then Leah's videos, like I don't know what the deal is with Trickfish. What's their deal?
So they use the Mike Pope circuit, which is the Federa preamp essentially. So their higher end preamp, which is the Flex Core, which I have, I installed one in my F10, and then I have one in a Sire P10 as well. those are the same preamp as you get in a Federa, and those are super modular. You can have it 2-band, 3-band, 4-band, and it's all the same PCB. So just the different knob configurations and the different, there's little jumpers to choose which configuration you have. Yeah, exactly. Oh, is that the flex core?
That's a flex core, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Exactly. That's why I went for it, because like you said, this is a passive bass before. So I had to go very modular and go, right, I want a push-pull volume blend, then stacked bass and treble. So yeah, it was had to go. But it's I think it's actually very transparent sounding.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't necessarily expecting, but they sound great.
It's very transparent, but also I feel very precise, where in comparison to the John East preamps, which are a bit more vintage sounding, those have a bit more, I guess, sizzle and tendency for noise, where the flex core is a lot more, I wouldn't say modern sounding, but in that direction of a bit more modern versus something like a John East.
Maybe just like full range.
Yeah, but also tighter. Like you don't have any like extra like higher frequencies that are going like, or like any little sizzles or anything. It's all like it's
dialed.
Yeah, super dialed.
Speaking of Federa, is that like a mini yin yang bass I see on that shelf behind you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My ex got it for me for Christmas some years ago, and I still like it.
So wait, so for Trickfish, did the preamp or the amplifiers come first?
I think the amplifiers came first, and then the IPA came out in the like 2021 or 2022. The flex core has been around forever, but I don't think it was initially produced by Trickfish. I think it was like Mike Pope was a separate entity. I don't know the details, so don't like quote me on this, but yeah. now they're all together, and they actually just released a new preamp for jazz basses that's a drop-in with the plate. So a competitor to like the J Retro, and it fills in a space that Adair used to have, rest in peace. But they come in a 2-band and 4-band configuration, and they come with the control plate and everything, and a battery fits in the compartment as well. I'm going to be putting that in one of my Sire V5s, either the fretted or the fretless. I can't decide. But that'll be coming soon.
Cool.
Exciting. The one last
very
thing
exciting.
That F10. I've been speaking to a certain someone about maybe doing a swap down the line of the F10 for the M6. Both 5 strings, obviously the M6 being the multi-scale headless, which I love, plays so good. Which do you prefer out of those two? And then also we did have a question about which do you prefer? I will find it. The M6 or the Z7, so the Stingray ESC1 or the headless multi-scale one. I suppose let's start there.
Both great questions. So I would prefer the F10 over the M6, specifically because just the construction and the attention to detail is like super top notch. And when I was installing the FlexCore preamp, I noted that it was fully copper shielded and everything, which is something that you don't see in like other Sires. So you can tell that they put a lot of effort into the construction, and it's not just a prettied up 7 series. For the second question, Z7 or M6, I really like the Z7, and I swapped the pickups. So I have 2 Z7s. I have the new generation and then the original one. The original one is the ash neck, or the ash body with the roasted maple neck. That thing plays so nicely, so nicely. So I swapped the new pickup into that one, and I was actually talking with Sire, so they're actually not offering that pickup separately. I had to update my video, and
oh no,
I know, but don't fear. I have a video coming out, I think tomorrow. EMG. I worked with EMG to produce a special order neck pickup for the Sire Z7 application. That is a passive jazz pickup that is overwound 25% to match the output of the bridge pickup on there.
That's cool.
It sounds different than the new generation neck pickup because that's a single coil with large Alnico magnets versus this is a ceramic humbucker with like 2 big ceramic bars. So different construction, and it sounds different, but in regards to output and pickup balance, you can definitely get the similar effect and the desired effect with that.
Wow. Okay. Okay, that's awesome that you've been working with them on creating a product like that.
Oh yeah, I've been an EMG artist
love
for
this.
4 years, I want to say.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah.
EMGs, they're cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think EMGs are top tier pickups, to be fair.
I feel like whatever reputation they used to have is gone, and now they're just solid all across the board pickups.
Yeah. I mean, in the bass world, especially, like, I
Yeah.
feel like they got bad rap in the guitar world for a bit for that kind of like very shrill modern metal kind of sounding
high gain thing.
yeah, exactly. Like the metal zone of pickups.
The
know?
metal zone.
Oh, no, don't do them that dirty. I used to really like EMG back in the day.
They have a big variety now, which is probably why they definitely can tickle everybody's fancy.
So you nearly said tickle everyone's pickle then. You nearly did it. I thought you were going to drop it. Hey. Before we move on, I want to say a big thanks to Corey in the chat for dropping in some cash for the gang, which is very
thank you,
lovely.
Corey.
So shout
Thanks,
out to you, my
Corey.
friend. Thank you very much. We'll make sure everyone gets that afterwards. That is very lovely indeed. Speaking of things that are very lovely, let's watch it. Me.
Anyway, back to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, does that mean I'm going last? Oh
No, that's not
No?
what I mean. Well, if you don't want to go last, then that's fine. I did.
Well, no, just your
He didn't
video's
want to
very
go
good.
first. He doesn't want to go last.
No,
like,
I'm
make
It's
up
almost as
your
if he
mind.
doesn't want to go at all.
Well, I actually put together a spinning wheel with both our names on to do it. With Chris,
Oh,
in
but-
lieu of a coin.
yeah, exactly. But you know what, Chris, you can go next. How's that?
that'd be nice if that's
That's
okay.
all
Because
right.
I do
That's
think Johnny's video was better.
What, you've watched it? What the heck? Anyway,
No, it's you. I
spoilers.
just know it will be better.
no. Well, let's go with this one now. Let's go with this little old ditty, shall we? Here we go. Here's our boy. Here we go. 3, 2,
Bass.
1.
Bass.
That guy on base here, but you can call me Chris. Take a seat for this one. Grab yourself a brew because in today's episode, I am going to be walking you through 5 of the best pieces of bass equipment I have tried this year. Plus one bass I really, really, really didn't enjoy, but you're going to have to wait for that one. Everyone's favorite internet dipstick, Danny Sapko, sent me one of these lovely beanies to wear. And I know what you're thinking, gosh, Danny really sure does get some stick online, doesn't he? And I'm with you. Being from Yorkshire, I'd say he deserves it too. But Danny's a nice guy. You should give him a chance. And maybe
I think Danny should return those mandolins.
next year. Number 5 is one of the best pieces of bass equipment I've tried out this year is the Anagram from Dark Glass Electronics. I've been a long-time advocate and user of modelers and digital effects as a working bass player, and probably since the second I got my hands on the Dark Glass Anagram, it has been my main weapon of choice for all things playing bass. I've used it on gigs, I've used it for recording work, I've used it on the podcast, I've used it on this channel, and I don't have a single bad word to say about the Anagram. I find the user interface really great. I find the sounds really inspiring. It's really quick on the fly on a gig when you need to pull up a different sound or tweak something really quickly then and there. I have no complaints. Yes, Dark Glass did send me the Anagram, so I guess you can technically say everything you just heard was an ad, but I really like the Anagram, and if I didn't like it, it absolutely would not be making this list. There's a lot of content planned involving the Anagram for 2026, but if you head on to episode 106 of the In the Pocket podcast, you'll see me going through some of my go-to presets that I use every day straight out of the Dark Glass Anagram. Coming in at number 4, all the way back in March this year, I tried my first ever Spectre bass. The bass itself was one of the new Euro CST lines, and I'm going to be honest with you, I have not been able to stop thinking about that bass since I first picked it up close to 9 months ago. I'd never played a Spectre bass
What does
before,
CSB
despite
stand
some of
for?
my
Wrong
favorite
answers
players
only.
personally
No idea.
rocking a Spectre bass as their bass of choice. But I was absolutely blown away by the sound and the playability and the overall feel of the Euro CST. Let's have a quick listen to it now, and maybe, just maybe, I need to pick myself up a Spectre in 2026.
Yes.
Rage is always a good choice.
Only time I've ever played that line clean.
Coming in
That
at
brass
number
nut.
3, we have the Joe Dart 2 by Sterling by Music Man. I'd heard a lot of things about the Joe Dart range by Music Man, and before I got my hands on the Joe Dart 2, I thought this was going to be a bit of a hype piece. It wasn't really going to live up to the expectations that I'd seen online. Also, I hadn't fully made up my mind about whether I liked the distribution method of the Joe Dart bass, where you pre-order the bass and then it comes to you a few months later. I don't know. Just a little bit of that just didn't really sit with me that well, but I wanted to try the bass and see for myself. And I'm almost ashamed to say I was pleasantly surprised by the Joe Dart 2. For a bass that falls into the affordable bass price range, I was expecting to see some kind of quality control issues that you often get with basses of this price. Things like pointy or uneven frets or bad cheap machine heads, but none of this was the case with the Joe Dart 2. This was the jazz bass style version of the range, and I was really pleasantly surprised. Both pickups sounded great, either on for that stereotypical jazz bass tone, you could roll it off and just have the bridge for that
Johnny
more
can't get his eye
Joe
off his
Dart
mouth.
kind of wolf peck tone, and then the neck pickup soloed was a pretty convincing P bass tone. I hope to try the Music Man version one day, either it be the Sterling version or the full fat Music Man, but the Joe Dart 2 was a really great bass, and that's why it's on this list. Let's have a quick listen to an extract of the Joe Dart 2 from my full review. If you'd like to check out the full version, I'll stick that in the description below.
Whoa, that's a weird sounding bass.
There's something very wrong with it, yeah.
Sounds crazy.
That was the bit of the video where I turned everything on.
In my opinion, I really think, you know, the Sterling one should have come first. Those are the ones that like really scream like Joe Dart and Wolfpack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lo-fi and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. It's a great like artist model, I think. I flip-flop how I feel about the signature models, but I think they nailed it.
I think it's really impressive that Joe Dart has basically made signature versions of all of like the main bass archetypes.
Coming in at number 2 is a pedal that annoyingly I wish I had here when I was filming this video, but I think I've left it at my parents' house. It is the Big Booty Judy by Backburner Noise. If you've spent any time with me, you'll know I'm a big fan of Backburner Noise, which is ran by my really good friend Jordan Landers, and the Big Booty Judy is an exceptional Rat clone. It's got both a Rat and a Turbo Rat circuit in there, and especially useful for us bass players is that lovely, lovely blend control, meaning we can have all of that juicy, lovely, disgusting, distorted bass goodness, but still keep a little bit of that fundamental bass tone so we can bring that low end. One thing I didn't realize I would like so much about the Big Booty Judy until I got my hands on it is how the volume, drive, and blend control all work together when sculpting the tone from the pedal. I really enjoyed how turning up the blend may also increase the volume of the pedal, so you'd have to use the control to balance that out. Similarly, when you were bringing up and down the drive, you may also wish to increase or decrease the blend.
I loved
it made
that
it
shot
this really
so
inspiring
much.
and enjoyable balancing act that made Big Booty
Cinematography.
Judy a really creative tool and really
Gorgeous.
enjoyable to mess
Absolute
around
cinema.
with. If I wasn't such
Thank
a
you.
big old digital fanboy, I would definitely be using the Big Booty Judy every night on an all analog board. And that is why it is on this list.
Now, how did they
Before
get
we
the
get
rodent
to the
into
last
pedal?
item on today's list, there is the teeny weeny matter of discussing the one piece of bass equipment I really did not enjoy when I played it this year. The award of top spots, or well, should I say bottom spot of bass equipment that I tried this year is a frankly horrible Music Man bongo that I checked out at Bass Bros earlier on this year. People keep telling me I should try bongos and that I'd really like them, but not only do they look like toilet seats, but I just don't think they sound very good compared to a regular music can. And this was no exception. I didn't like the setup. I didn't like the sound. I didn't like the look
Never
of it.
talk to me or my son ever again.
Did not like this bass one little bit. We recorded some footage of me
got the
playing
right
the Music
color,
Man
though.
bongo over on the Patreon
His lips
section
don't
of
match,
the
though.
In the Pocket podcast.
I know
But
my lips
just
don't
Purple
match.
for you,
hides
Sorry,
the
I
guys.
decided to
sweater.
include that part here for you now to enjoy.
I can't believe you've never played one of these before. I can't imagine why. You know, you just want to pick it up straight away, right?
Oh, it hurts me. This.
Yeah. What do you think about playing? Don't like it. Okay.
You probably like bongos, and that's fine. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm
Is it-
wrong. But
is it
personally,
fine?
I just cannot stand that bass. And finally, the last item I'm going to include on this list of some of the best bass equipment I've tried in 2025 is this, the Harley Benton MSB5 multi-scale 5-string bass. I'm not going to say too much about this bass now. You'll have to wait for my review, which comes out just into the new year. But spoiler alert, I was blown away by this, frankly, insanely affordable multi-scale offering from Harley Benton. And that's that. Thus concludes my list of some of the best and one of the worst pieces of bass equipment I tried in 2025. And before you go along and carry on with the rest of your day, I just wanted to quickly say thank you for sticking with my channel in what's been my first full year of trying to make this work on YouTube. I don't quite have it all figured out yet. As you've probably noticed, the lighting and the set changes a little bit every video. There's still some sort of mistake. I'm learning every time. Today's example is I forgot to charge my hair light and it has basically died. Don't be fooled by that. This thing is kicking out virtually no light whatsoever. But nonetheless, I'm very, very grateful that you've chosen to stick around and watch some of my videos this year. And I'm also extremely grateful to the brands that have chosen to work with me in this first full year on YouTube, helping to promote my work on their channels as well. I hope 2025 has been as good to you as it has to me. I've been that guy on bass. As always, you've been exceptional. And I will see you next year. Tatty bye.
Oh, he said it. He said it.
Do you
Congrats.
know for that
Congrats.
Harley Benton, are those pickups EMG 40 or 45 sized? They look 40.
I'd love to tell you. I have no idea.
Oh. Boo. It's either 4 inches or 4.5 inches. The reason I ask is because I have.
I mean, given that dimension you're talking about, I feel like I would know, but no.
Hey,
Get your,
oh.
tape out. Get your tape out and we'll catch
I'll
up.
let you know.
I have
Yeah.
these
I don't know, actually.
Dimaggio Colossus pickups that are EMG 40 sized, and I have nothing to put them in because nobody.
The
does
mad
EMG
bit is I'm
40
looking
size
at it.
pickups.
I'm looking at it, trying to eyeball it like I would know for some weird reason. I mean, I've not fully shot the review yet, but I think if you took that bass but put better electronics in it, you would be flying. Like everything else is really great. I think where they cut the corners a little bit to sort of save the money is the pickups really, but really nice bass. That really like it. The video is going to be like a straight up it's going to be a straight shootout between that and my NG2, like playing the same things back and forth.
Fully straight, no funny business.
Nice. Yeah.
Nothing, no speak, no talking, just
No.
bum bum bum, bum bum bum, and that's that.
And then just like a fast credit roll of all the specs.
Yeah, that's it.
Pause this, you casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know the weight? Tough. Oh dear. Well, fabulous.
Yeah, so let's talk bongos.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, I will say,
Give it a hug, come on.
for context, obviously that one that we played in Bass Bros, I'll say was bad. That was
That
Oh.
really needed a setup. Yeah.
yeah. It was in dire need, and old strings. It actually sounded better in that recording than it did in the room, I think.
Yeah, I agree. The problem I was having was might be a setup thing, might not. When I was playing it, I was just constantly like hitting the pickup. Like the distance from the pickup, the end of the pickup to the string was like nothing. So I was just constantly touching the pickup while I was trying to play it, and it just got really annoying really quickly. So I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah,
Definitely a setup issue. But one thing I don't like about bongos is they're 5 strings with the ginormous headstock that just wants to go into every ceiling panel and in everybody's face, and don't use it in a pit orchestra. Unless
No, of course not. No.
Yeah, I was actually kind of wondering why you opted for the 4 instead of the 5 there.
Specifically, I wanted the 4. Well, 2 reasons. One, the pickups, because this is the standard Music Man size, so I could just put new ones in. And 2, the ginormous headstock does not exist here. It's regular Music Man size versus that spear of Cthulhu.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wait, so does the 5-string Sterling bongo have an atypical pickup size?
They use for EMGs, they only make the US the rectangular 5-string Stingray pickup, and the 5-string Sterling has the ears.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not the regular rectangle.
Yeah,
I see.
When I tried that bongo at NAMM the first time when it was announced, I remember being there with Floof, who just said that was when they first tried it as well. And it just like, I've said this in my review, just like melted into my body. I was like, oh, like that's so comfortable. Oh my God. It's like the rounded edges. It's a delight to play that bass, I think.
German engineering, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
BMW.
I feel like
BMW.
I wonder what bongo is in German. I'm going to look that up whilst we talk, or if it means something ridiculous.
No, because a bongo is a fun instrument, and German. Oh no, I'm not going to say Germans don't have fun. I'm just kidding, German friends. I love you.
Germans just randomly
I'm
strays in the bass live stream.
Oh, a bongo, just for the word drum, bongo drum.
Das Bongo
is no, it would be das bongo trommel. Bongo trommel.
Brilliant.
Beautiful. Fabulous. Well, I absolutely think that bongos are, I'm still not 100% sold. Like, am I going to be gigging one? Maybe not. But I do really like the one I've got. That purple one is very nice. I do wish that they had the 4-band on it though. That would make it kind of bongo-esque even more, and kind of different to the other models that they've released.
Well, you know who to call for the 4-band.
Well, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. So tricky. Right.
Well, I appreciate that they made this like a palette, because here's why I made it my bass of the year versus that F10, because the F10 is a better bass, but the bongo has a place in the bass cultural zeitgeist that is much more significant. This is a significant instrument, whether you love it or hate it. It was released in the early 2000s. It's one of Music Man's longest running models, and it's polarizing as hell. And it's always been somewhat of like unobtainium, where you could get budget Stingrays, but the only budget bongo you could get was a AliExpress. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
I really want Sterling, like they've got some absolute weapons under their belt, like that they could release, like a cutlass, a
saber.
I'm getting there. The Caprice.
Well, I've beat you to it.
And the saber. The saber is the ultimate one that I need Sterling to make. I would buy one. I would buy one instantly. I love sabers, and yeah, I would love for them to do one. But their Music Man don't even do one at the minute, so maybe we need that to happen first.
It's
they
interesting
probably-
you mentioned the cutlass though, because that Joe Dart 3 is like a short scale cutlass almost.
Yeah. Is it a slightly different body shape?
It is, but in terms of the pickup configuration, you have that large pole piece precision pickup.
Yeah, exactly that.
Have you played that one yet?
I've not played the 3.
Me neither.
I've only played the 2. I would love to get my hands on a 3, but yeah, when given the choice or the ones that they had in stock to send out, it was the 2. I'm glad I tried the 2. Just for like
yeah,
tonal
we
variety.
only had the option of trying the 2, didn't we? Because I was really interested in trying the 3.
Yeah. The 3 would have been pretty cool, but yeah, I've not seen one in the wild or seen anyone trying one. It's probably the one that sold the least.
You would assume, wouldn't you? You would assume the 3 has sold the least out of like a Music Man, a Jazz, and then like a short scale P. You would assume people would go for 1 and 2, then 3. I would own all 3 of them though. The 2 alone was great. I loved the 2.
Yeah, it was awesome. I would love to see more of that. And you know, you mentioned in your video about not being too sure about the method of how they did it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great because I think that yes, it means you got to wait a bit of time, but I think that it makes it more accessible and it means that they can make them to order, brings the price down massively. So I think that it was a really smart decision, and it's kind of a unique take on it that I think others should maybe look at. The only thing that sucks about it was the shipping. So anywhere outside of the US was like 200 extra pounds for us, which still made it 600 instead of 400. But and
it's quite a bit. Yeah,
you would eventually, in terms of market resale, you would eventually surpass that. But it's just a more bitter pill to swallow, really. But you know, I think that I would love to see a kind of a different version of that method, because I think it is potentially the future of signature models that would be really, really cool, I think.
I think that in regards to that order system, it definitely opened the door for scalpers, which is one thing that we saw with the first run of the Joe Darts. However, we were unsure if they were going to do any subsequent runs. Once they announced that, hey, we're doing more runs and with the black color as well, so you have the 2 options, I feel like prices stabilized in the used market. But for the initial launch, people were selling the sterling ones for like almost double the price, $700, $800, $900.
We said it on the podcast. If you bought one in the first run, you'd be annoyed that they would
be so annoyed.
You'd be so annoyed that they brought out because you're like, oh, this is it. This is all they're gonna do. That's it, done. And then they announce that they're doing more, and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, great.
But I guess it also brings into question like your motivation for even buying the instrument in the first place. Are you buying it as a tool to make music, or are you buying it as an investment? Because musical instruments are not generally good investments. Other than I've only generally thinking about, I've sold a lot of basses. I've bought and sold a lot of basses. The only ones that I've really made any sort of significant money on are Guitar Center, Find, Music Man, Sabers. I found one for $1,100 and I was able to sell it for $2,000.
Yeah, nice.
But outside of that, I don't feel like you're ever going to really get any sort of it's held its value or it's gained value. That doesn't really happen.
The market is so strange at the minute. There's an American, I want a USA Jaguar bass, and there is one in the color that I want as well, just so happens, for sale in the UK right now for 2.2 grand. And I'm like, it's not worth that, mate.
No.
And he's like, and I've messaged him being like, I will pay you absolute maximum 1,700 for that. Really, I want to be paying 1,500. But I know they never come up. And he was like, I know what I got, kind of thing. And I was like, and he was doing collection only from Scotland. And I was like, mate, good luck. I was like, you come crawling back to me when nobody buys your bass.
That is silly. Very silly.
But anyway, that aside, anything else that people want to talk about in regards to the bits that wonderful Chris covered in his wonderful video?
I did want to say congratulations on surpassing 100 episodes of the podcast. That's a huge milestone. Congrats.
Thank you
Thanks
very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yet to get 100 listeners, but that's fine.
Ah.
No, yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's statistically lots of podcasts don't make it, but our sheer stubbornness has meant that
Idiocy.
we've
Oh, sorry.
has meant that we've forced our way through. But yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Well, stop it, you.
Thank you very much.
I think everyone's had a absolute blaster of a year, and hopefully, you know, another amazing year to come as we close in on 2026. I want to say it now, 2027. I'm going to go back to NAM. I'm saying it now. It's happening. I want to see everyone on this call there. All right.
Oh, you
gotta
know
do
it. Johnny, I'll save you a seat.
I don't
Yes,
like.
please.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like leaving the house anymore.
Dude, I'm that same way too. It's like unless I've got a gig or I've got to get groceries, I'm staying the fuck home.
I'm good. You see this behind me. I like this.
Home is where all your shit is.
Exactly, and it costs a lot of money.
No, I think it would be fun to shoot for NAM 2027. There's no way I can make
Absolutely.
it out this next time, but
Oh yeah, let's do it. Well,
Hell
I've said,
yeah.
like I said,
See
I've
what
said
we
it on
can
here
do.
now, so I've manifested it now. So sorry.
Because
Well,
that is how it works.
Yeah.
I'll be your
Absolutely.
eyes and ears for 2026.
Yes, please. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. Absolutely.
yeah,
Right.
who's the 2026 NAM gang this year?
Oh, it's a small one. It's was it OKest Bassist, Chris Volpini, and one of his bandmates, because they're playing. I think they're in the close booth, and I think they're playing. Like he has a band, so I think they're booked for a particular time. And then yeah, it's a small group. It's only like 4 of us, and we got a place about 5 minutes from the venue that has a pool.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
just gonna kick it.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
I am gutted. I told myself I wasn't going to get FOMO, but it's happening. It's happening already.
It's already kicked in, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, afraid so. Damn. People in the chat, lovely people in the chat, please keep your questions coming. We'd love to answer anything that you have. I've got it open here, so I'm monitoring and keeping an eye on it. So anything that comes in, please fire them our way. Let's get going now to the last video that we're reacting to of the best and worst of 2025. It is my video actually that we're going to listen to now, and it is, you'll be glad to hear, the shortest of everyone's videos. So
It's a reel.
it's yeah.
Turn your video or turn your phone sideways or straight up and down.
Yeah.
It bloody
Just
might
use
as well
that
be.
TikTok voice. Here are
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite videos.
You gotta
Pav.
have like the AI voice replacement.
Yeah, Pav, you watched, you played 7 bases this year. Right. Okay.
Terrifying.
Here we go. Ready when you are. 3, 2, 1.
Now, I have fingered and slapped many asses this year, and it's been making me.
Oh my,
And so this year, I will
Johnny.
you the top
Coming out strong.
asses of 2025. But not just asses, we're going to be looking at all ass gear that came out this year, and I'm going to see how high it will peak on the cheek-o-meter. First up is the Alpha Vector. Should I say the Alpha Erector? Because yes, this ass was getting me bricked up this year as Alpha Instruments unleashed a brand new body shape onto the world, inspired by the legendary Gibson Explorer. Explorer? I barely know her. Incredible finish, incredible specs. These are just absolutely incredible basses. If you want a bit of that pointy guitar action, definitely take a look over at Alpha. It certainly got me feeling like an alpha. Next up is a badass that's been making me crank my mid-hog because it is a Rickenbacker inspired badass from Baum guitars. Designed in Denmark and manufactured in Indonesia, these kind of mid-price point badasses are absolutely amazing. Can take anything that you throw at it and give you a sort of modern Rickenbacker sound, coming in with some incredible finishes, and it certainly gave me an incredible finish too. Speaking of two, coming in at number 3 is the Joe Dart 2. I was lucky enough to get my hands on this large knobbed badass. Where it might lack in quantity of knobs, it certainly made up for it in quality of sound. The Wolfpack bassist's signature sound is now sealed within Sterling's affordable version of his full Music Man Stingray. The Joe Dart 2 is of course more jazz bass inspired with a slightly different body shape and comes in a short scale precision inspired bass as well. My pecker was certainly fully wolfed. They can wolf peg me any day. Next up is a piece of badass gear from the wonderful people at Dark Glass. And boy, did they bring the heat this year with probably one of the hottest products of the year. The highly anticipated multi-effects processor, that being the Anagram, has been showing up on players' boards all over the scene. And not many people know this, but Anagram is actually an anagram of Ragga Man. And boy, do I want to Ragga Man after playing this piece of gear. And last but not least, Seymour Duncan came out of nowhere with the Power Stage 700 this year, making it one of my favorite pieces of the year. This head has made me very excited to be trying out new modeling gear next year and to try and put it into a live context whilst amplifying the sound through my cab live on stage. I think it's a brilliant head, and if I know anything, I like brilliant head. And I'm certainly going to be dunking my Seymour into many more pieces. Those are my top 5 hottest pieces of badass this year. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Hello? Yes, this is he. Oh, I was meant to do the worst as well. It feels kind of objective to do that. I don't know. Okay. Oh, yep. Yep, sorry. Okay. Love you too. Yeah. Okay, bye. As I didn't have a go on many bad badasses this year, I'm going to give the award for the worst piece of badass content to this.
Here's how I created this. From this. I wanted to create a pop funk song using 2 very simple chords. So I put that progression on Suno using some additional information that I wanted in terms of making the melody and the scratch bass line. And this is what Suno gave me.
I'm making music. Look at me.
Honestly, that's a good bass line.
Based.
Yeah.
Based AF.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't care how good your eyeliner is, Mohini. AI is stupid.
I feel so vindicated because I don't know. I've just never really cared for Mohini Day, and when this came out, I was like, okay, I was right the whole time.
Yeah. Like, I can sit there and respect that, like, I would never in a million years be able to play like you do. But the tone that she has and that sound, for me, it just does nothing. I'm like, mostly a sloppy rock guy, like,
Yeah, you are.
and so I'm not in the right market for that. But it just doesn't, even the sound of her bass playing I just don't enjoy it that much. And that's, more of a me thing than a her thing. But then when this came out as well, I was just like, oh, yeah, no.
When I hear like Mohini play, I get like PTSD from when I was at university, and you'd hear like jazz guitarists and stuff just be like, they know everything about theory, and that's great, good for them, and they just rip over everything, and it's like just like abuse, like it's just like so overwhelming. So no, I can't say I've ever really been a fan, and yeah.
It's the sound of 7 bass players trying to play Jocko all at once at Guitar Center.
Yeah, it's like you've opened the door to like the main floor at NAM, and you're like, oh,
damn. Yeah.
Like I said in that one video, like NAM is all the worst parts of Guitar Center.
Incredible. Amazing. Yeah, but interesting that we both had the Joe Dart 2 on our lists, Chris.
We did, yeah.
I was holding my breath a little bit when talking about it. Just like phenomenal bass, in my opinion. Just like absolutely nails it. Come with flats as well that it comes with. Beautiful.
I feel like
Beautiful.
Sterling really has their the neck shape and the neck feel and their fretwork really down. Where,
Yes.
like, every sting, like in my past videos where I used to do the pickup comparisons, and I would buy like 6 SUB Stingrays at like a super discount, they would all be like exactly the same. So I could actually go between bass and bass and know that, hey, I'm going to get a similar experience versus like, oh, here's the good one, and here's the one that has like a high fret over here, and this one has a back bow that can't be fixed. It wasn't any of that. It was all super consistent. I just drooled a little.
Thinking about Sterling basses. Yeah, no, I agree. I've not really had a bad one. I had one shipped to me in a bin bag, and it was still great. So I think that says it all, really. So that's
That
fine.
does say it all, blimey.
Yeah, guys, I've just had an email. It's a bad one as well. My reverb offer for a Sandberg California VS4 in blue has been declined.
Oh no!
Oh no! Anyway,
yeah.
I really want the Ida signature in the pink milkshake. Oh my god, I want that so badly. I want it so bad.
They're so good. I'm on a real Sandberg kick this year.
It's pronounced Sjansberg.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sjansberg.
Sjansberg Atommel. Yeah, no, that's.
I'm really ragging on the Germans today, aren't I?
you need to have a word with yourself, Leah.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really.
Listen, I can say that I'm a quarter German, okay?
Frankly, I expected better from you.
Yeah. Stunning. Yeah, and also the anagram obviously featuring on both of those lists as well.
And those have a DI on them.
Yeah, 2 DIs
and MIDI.
2 DIs at the same
they
time.
put all of it on there.
Oh yeah.
Every girl's dream.
I don't know if Dark Glass is interested in sending me more shit after I did my my knockoff shootout with their stuff, but I would love to check out an anagram.
Did they comment about that, or was that just you're not just?
Well, sure. I did reviews of the Joyo versions of their pedals.
Yeah,
and like ultimately it was like, like the Joyo stuff is pretty much there. Like in a live context, nobody will ever know the difference. Yeah, and that was the last thing I ever heard from him. I mean, but props to them for like putting up though.
Yeah.
And I to their credit, I have used those pedals quite a bit. Like I keep this one really close by because I do enjoy the Alpha Omega.
Yeah, I've got a Kamos here, which is I've gigged this several times, and it's absolute banging pedal.
The Kamos, that when you lent me that Kamos for that demo, that was so good. Like that's a great pedal.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That pedal is what was probably the beginning of the turning point for me in thinking maybe I can just like go DI. You know, I don't always need like a cab sim on all the time because they've tuned that pedal in such a way where even turning the drive on, it doesn't sound. You know, that horrible fizz you get when you add too much drive to a DI'd signal. Like that was the pedal that made me go, "Ooh, actually, maybe I do like this."
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm. You know, we've spoken about it on the podcast before, but like, I agree. I'm kind of going that way, especially with the anagram. Like, that recent. We said about not liking Mark bass. I've always been in that camp as well. But the Mark bass head on the recent update for the anagram,
unbelievable,
really good, and without a cab as well, sounds awesome. As being a pick player, you know, a lot of the time you're like, well, you know. You kind of need a cab, but it sounds great.
Sounds great. But that's so good, the anagram one, because I'm assuming these controls are on the Mark bass amps as well. You've got that vintage filter that like brings up the low end and rolls the high end off as you turn it. And then you've got the one that as you turn it up, it boosts the lows and the highs, but starts to cut the mids.
Yeah.
And like a balance, I'm assuming that's a Mark bass thing. I don't know much about Mark bass, but finding a nice spot between those two dials, it was so good. Like you didn't need a cab because you'd boost some low end, roll off a bit of treble, cut the mids, and you're there anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Is using that modern sound from it, and it sounded great.
Yeah.
I do flip flop with the anagram a little bit in when I plug it in. Sometimes I come away like, like I've got some great sounds there, and I'll come back to it and be like, this sounds terrible. I'm struggling here. It's probably user error, but there is a certain flavor to the Dark Glass amp sim stuff that is mid-range heavy, and depending on where you sit on that fence, and what you do, some people are going to love it, some people are not. You can see in the chat, people, and I saw this on kind of SBL's breakdown of like top and worst. Let's react to that now. Actually, let's react. No, that's not.
Let's put the whole video on.
Yeah, they're like top and worst things of the year, and yeah, the anagram was mentioned in the latter section of there because they both didn't really get on with it. And so the
got
sound...
mixed feelings on that comment. When I watched that video, I felt like Scott's reasons were he'd not spent any time with it. That was kind of how it sounded to me. Like he was a bit like, it was a bit wishy-washy. And then Ian may be a little bit swayed by his interest in a competitive product. That's just my opinion. Because I really like the anagram. I really like it. Disclosure, they did send me one, but I really liked it.
Was the Scott thumbnail basically like?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the
Dude,
same time, though,
I saved so many freaking. I feel like Ian's like thumbnail face just shows up all the time. And he's always.
I mean, at the same time, there's 4 people on this live right now. We all have to play the game a little bit. Like SBL just really want to play the game. Like really want to play the game.
Let's talk about the thumbnail thing for just a second, because somebody actually mentioned Johnny's thumbnail in here, and I sent Leah my thumbnail because you do the A/B testing, and so I did one that was really lazy, was just like a screenshot from the video with some text.
Yeah,
and then I did another one where I meticulously photoshopped my face onto the pondering my orb meme. It was really funny, but the A/B test concluded within like 12 hours, and it was like, yep, the boring one is the more successful one. And I was
I see that I see that all the time now. Yeah.
The less is more with thumbnails now, and a lot of mine you'll see on my channel, because I'll do an A/B test with all of them, and in every A/B test I'll throw in a version that is just a screenshot from the video pretty much, or is like that with like one word on it. 9 times out of 10, that's the one. People are wanting less of this and more like, I don't know, it's kind of more moving when you see something that's kind of more genuine, I suppose. That's what people are looking for a lot now.
Yeah, I think people have we've come out the other end of the loop now. People are kind of, it's the same as, so when I used to work in sales, everyone, I joined like the sales world as everyone's seen The Wolf of Wall Street. Like they all know that value style sales, like getting the customer to yes and all that sort of stuff. People have heard that stuff online, so it doesn't work on people in the real world trying to sell them. And I think it's the same with the thumbnail thing. We've all seen that stuff so much now. Its intention of trying to get you to watch the video is actually the other way around now. And we're like, if anything, you see like, I see those big clickbaity thumbnails and I don't want to watch them, because it's almost like I see what you've done. You've tried to get me to click it. And because of that, I'm going to go out of my way to not click it.
That's a spectrum issue, mate, I think.
That's an issue for the GP. 100% there. Absolutely. Oh, not a touch.
We're bass players.
yeah, to have this turbo niche. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we've now done what we set out to do. Just obviously shooting the shit now. Do you want to think about... Yeah. Whoa, disgusting.
I had a question for you all.
Yes, please go for it.
So we talked about the gear from this past year. What are you looking forward to in 2026? What are you hoping for in
You
2026?
took the words out of my mouth.
I
Yoink.
literally like I have like a folder of like scripts, and sometimes I just think, oh well, that would be an interesting video idea. So I just like write a title, and I wrote a title in like the first paragraph of that video, and then I realized like I don't think I have anything for this actually.
Ooh.
Like bass is so much. I mean, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like a solved instrument, and so innovating within the space
it got
is
sorted
really
immediately.
tricky.
Like the first ever bass was the best bass.
Not true.
Job done. Not true. Oh,
Well, the 50s telly style P bass.
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not. Maybe
the
not
60s
that one.
one is the one.
Yeah, maybe we jumped. Not that one. Not the Sting bass. Like the actual, like the what we call the P bass now. I mean.
Yeah. So you got to write on a second try.
Real bass players play
Fair
upright.
Yeah. I've had a hard time coming up with like, okay, what do I do? I have a problem that is not being currently served by my existing gear in such a way that I need to have like, oh, wouldn't it be great if this thing existed? And I've just had a hard time coming up with anything. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, but to counter that, I suppose for me, it's not really about that. Often, it is that touch of the tism, perhaps, that I'm just like, ooh, new stuff, and like, oh, that's fun, and like, I don't know, I shouldn't like the consumerism side of it, but
you do.
Yes, the gear, the gas in me, just kind of enjoys that. So it's fun to think about what's going to come out. But I agree, there's nothing that I need necessarily. For me, like I said, I've been pining after a Sandberg this year, so I feel like 26 wants to be that. I want to
the
get
new bridge
something.
design.
I've not seen this.
They redesigned their bridge to be.
Did
You
they?
don't need a master's degree in order to adjust it anymore.
Nice. And they've always been, once they're in place, nice bridges as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you can just take the strings in and out so easy. Which I love those kind of bridges. But yeah, they've been great. So I want to get one of those in my life. I've been watching a few on Reverb and eBay, but it's not happened. Already said about Sterling dropping some new sabers and things like that, or some more, not just Stingrays. Give us some of the other back catalog stuff they got.
Have you seen Sire's 2026 lineup?
No.
Spill.
I'm even more out of the loop than Johnny.
Let's give the link. I'm just gonna pop it in the little thing. Sorry.
Oh, please do. Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, just pop it right in there. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what. This is a bass that did not make my list purely because I haven't done the video on it yet. But if I had, it would have.
Go on.
The Sire is it the V6? Yes, I never remember the names. The sandblasted lightweight V6. I have been absolutely loving this bass. So good. Sounds amazing.
Have you had that for a while? I feel like you've had that for a while.
Yeah, I got it at the same. I'm spacing out my reviews, so it's not just a Sire Fest all at once. But it'll be coming early next year. But yeah,
right.
I did the M6 first because people were wanting to hear that one first. And yeah, I'm glad I did it that way. But this one, I'm very excited to review it.
So I just popped it in the studio chat. Seriously, open up that link. You'll
looking at it right now.
I've just ruined my lighting behind me. Is this something? This is confidential, isn't it?
No, it's on their website.
It's on their website?
Yeah.
Oh, joking.
But it's like,
God.
Share the screen. Let's go.
Oh, I've seen it already. Oh my God. This is exciting. Okay. Right. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Thank you so much for doing this, Leah. This is great. Okay. We're going to go through one by one. Feast your eyes, everybody. Look at this. Look at that finish. Oh my God. Okay. Right. Let's not get too blown away right now. Let's start at the top. So there's this. We've got a V7 new generation. Oh, okay.
Oh,
hello. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is mostly new finishes.
Wow.
With a pickup cover. Strange. Oh, interesting. In 4s and 5s. Oh, what?
Yeah, they have some wacky finishes.
This is crazy.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is cool.
That's
Why,
like the
why are they
like
putting
the
a pickup
OG.
cover on that though?
I don't know.
It's optional. It comes with all of them.
Oh, that's fun.
And
Get that shit out of there.
so this one isn't really changed that much, but if you go back and then go to the V7 Vintage, you'll see that they revised the preamp.
Oh,
And now is a bit more simplified.
nice.
So the regular V7 is the full one, and then the Vintage is a bit more
Yes.
simple.
That's so good. Interesting that the vintage one is not the passive one. It's still active. But I love these these like clay dot inlays as well. That's nice.
I love that look.
Yeah, that is cool.
Push pull for active passive. No mid frequency switch.
This is my criticism of Sire is that you end up with control plates going on for ages and like a million knobs and switches on it.
Same.
And so for them to do that on their standard jazz bass range, I think is really, really good. I love this. I'm guessing this is just new finishes. Looks like a Mark bass now.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is an interesting finish. It's kind of giving me Dark Forest. It's giving me the like
Yeah.
Dark Knight Fender finish kind of vibe, but slightly greener. It's cool. Oh my god! Right.
And they have the
F10.
lighter tuners on all of them now. The ones from the V6 are standard across the board.
Nice. Look at this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
deluxe,
Wow.
That's
4, 5, and 6.
Never felt the touch of another human being.
That is incredible though. I love that body shape. Like they've nailed that, I think,
That's
for this
nice.
kind of bass. Yeah,
Wait,
they've
This kind of bass, yeah, absolutely.
Does the
Ooh.
five string there have a ramp in the middle? Is that what that is?
they
It's
all
probably you can
wait.
detach it. It's probably
yeah.
comes with
Oh,
it.
magnetic.
Or double-sided tape.
do. Yeah. Okay, so it's pictured not in the 6-string one, but it's in the 5 and the 4. It's fun. If you're, I wouldn't play this kind of thing, but that's very cool.
And then
they've
a
done it.
headless one.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool,
you
isn't
know
it?
what? I know I just very openly mocked the previous one. That's way cooler, headless.
Yeah, it
way,
is.
That's more
agree.
like a kind of a decision was made, you owned it, and I
Yeah.
respect your confidence.
It's giving Kiesel. Like
It is giving Kiesel. That's a great point. Yeah.
I don't know why this is still poking out though. It's going to sit on that tuner there, which I don't love. But
Bit
That's-
smelly, that bit. Yeah, a bit smelly.
it
At least they're
looks
not
good.
angled, so it's just like a flat. It's all 5
Yeah,
fingers
true,
together. You
true
don't
that.
have the multi-scale.
True that. I love this. I think that
Same with
looks
the
great.
headstock too. You don't have the
Mm.
pointy bit like we had in the M6 because it's not multi-scale.
Yes, oh, yeah, of course.
I have to ask a really stupid and kind of boring question, but what kind of a guitar stand is going to work with that thing?
None. That's the neat
Not a
part.
hanging one. I would not trust any hanging stand with a
No,
headless
not
base.
hanging.
Well-
But the bottom strap button is right where you would normally rest it on the bottom like fork of a stand.
Yeah, but what about the headless dingwall? Like that's got a really clever
The flippers.
headstock kind of. Yeah, the flippers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you do get some headless ones that work in hanging in hangers. Like the Court one was great for it. That could hang no problem. Even the 4-string. But like I don't know if this one is obviously it's got a bit of a head to it. So I wonder if it's designed to
We're
fit. or
so
not.
close. We're
A little
so
head,
close.
but
Do you
it's
like
enough
having
for
a little
Jonny.
bit of
We're
head?
so close.
I did leave a little comical pause for you for someone to take the low hanging fruit.
Okay. Because we haven't had enough innuendos from Jonny yet.
No, absolutely not.
Jonny, that was out of order even for you. That was insane.
I loved it. I loved it so much. Dirty
Well,
dog.
I'm here to serve.
Ooh.
Speaking of
I'll say.
speaking of serving, look at this. This is insane. I don't love the headstock, I'll be honest. But
It's giving LTD.
yes,
It is giving
is.
LTD,
Oh, yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. But like, apart from that, look at this body, man. I want to see more pictures. There's only one picture. Oh, here we go.
Two.
2 pictures. Oh, it's neck through as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it sure.
Oh,
is.
great. Well, at least we know it comes with a case.
The flight case.
It's probably going to be like, what is this? Like 1500?
I'm guessing probably like 15, 16 is my guess.
Yeah, I assume so. Which, you know, is about right. Now, Leah, I'm not super up there with my boutique bases. What's this kind of based on?
So this is based on the P10, from what I can tell, and it just has wood covers on the pickups and a neck through construction.
Oh, okay. So but body shape. So it's not like based on a Federa or like a specific.
Oh, in terms of that, no. You know
Yes.
what? I don't know. It's like the single cut one is clearly very Federa. The new one is very Federa-y. The old one is more Elric-y, in my opinion.
Sure.
Has that more rounder Elric shape. But the double cut one, I don't know. It's kind of maybe a little Smithy, maybe. I don't know.
It's very cool. Big fan. I'm guessing this is all like, although, hang on, sorry. Preamp wise, we've got one switch.
Same thing. As like a P7 or P10. So it's just a standard sire preamp and then a bypass switch.
Sure. Nice. Cool. Oh, I'm very excited about this. Thank you for sending it my way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
A
go.
V1.
A V1?
Entry level.
Ah, okay. So these are going to be like what? These are going to be what, like 200?
In the 200s, I would say, because the V3P is what, like $399?
And they're active, aren't they? Oh, the P is passive.
Yeah, the passive one is $100 less than the active one.
This is
Wait,
cool.
so are these passive?
These are passive too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
These are the base passive.
Just VVT controls.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing these don't have like the. Oh no, they do with the rolled fretboard edges as well. Who's doing rolled fretboard edges for that price?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and isn't that great?
Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Is that head? Oh no, I thought the headstock looked slightly different then. Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's the moose head.
Yeah, the moose.
Still the moose.
Bullwinkle.
What a reference. Okay,
This
and
hell
then
yeah, nuts though.
There's
That's
2
your
swirl
item
finishes.
Whoa! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Interesting. I like this one the best.
Mm-hmm. Me
Wow.
too.
Obviously, like every single version of this is going to be totally different as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, do they do those as dips? 'Cause
I would
I've seen
think
that
so.
before. Yeah, they've got to be dipped. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my
cool.
god.
That's really cool. Yeah, for something from Sire as well. Really interesting.
It suits this. Like if they just did it on like, here's a P. I know they had a jazz bass with it on, but like here's a P10 with this finish, you'd be like, oh, okay. But like to do it on this, the M6,
I agree.
especially, really, really smart. Big fan of that. Wow. Okay, so they're bringing the heat even more this year.
Oh
then.
yeah. I'm surprised, honestly.
There is a distinct lack of something in here that's very important though. I didn't see a single red finish.
There was one.
Just one.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
Close
is.
enough.
One.
Checkmate atheists.
Why are there not more red bases?
I'm really on a red kick right now. That's why the Jaguar I want is the dark red version.
Oh yeah.
Red is great. Red is the one. Right.
I'm
now.
surprised Sire isn't giving more short scale love, because the U5 has pretty much been unchanged, other than they removed that weird little trim on certain finishes on the body, that weird little edge. That was the only real update that they've done. It's pretty much been the same.
Yeah, the U5 and the U7 they did, wasn't it? The two.
The U7's newer. That came out last year. But the U5 is one of the original 2nd gen models that's been around for a bit.
Yeah, and I hear nothing but glowing things about these.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to see some updated finishes, or your favorite, the roasted maple neck.
Whoa, my fave.
Yummy, yummy.
I'm definitely overreacting. Like I don't like it when it's like mega roasted. I feel like I don't mind a light roasting. That's fine.
Do you remember
a light roast?
Yeah.
Do you remember when roasting was just becoming a thing, and sometimes you would get bases where like the neck itself was super roasted, but the fingerboard wasn't,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
vice versa?
Oh, there's a so Ashdown, who actually one of my things that I want to see more of this year was going to be more Ashdown bases. I don't think they'll do it, but that would be
No,
what
I think you're right, Johnny. I don't think they will, but they should do.
they should do. And they had a prototype of their jazz version, which never got released in the end, and it was maple, like bright maple on the front and roasted maple on the back. I think it was a mistake, but it looks so weird. And I saw one. They made 2 of them, and one was for sale on Facebook the other day for 200 quid, and I nearly bought it, but it was sold. But
There was a case with Kiesel where I'm pretty sure it was Kiesel where someone had ordered a custom, like super custom guitar from Kiesel with the roasted thing, and they had that issue where like part of the neck was like super dark and then the fingerboard wasn't, or vice versa. I don't remember what it was. But they got into like this whole beef with Jeff Kiesel because he was like, no, this is how, like, it doesn't matter, like it's how it should be, like you don't get to pick and stuff like that. And you know, he's notorious for being level-headed in his responses directly to customers.
So
We love to see it.
Oh yeah. So this F10 Deluxe headless not pictured here. It's only pictured in the 5, but it does come in a 4, 5, and a 6 string, which is cool to know. That's the one I'd be gunning for.
Same. I agree.
I mean, I do like this one is good as well, but it just looks so good as a headless.
Yeah, and in regards to like practicality, you really can't beat like a well-equipped full-scale headless if you're like bringing it around everywhere, and I don't know, it just looks super portable. It's lightweight, it's balanced, and
It's a 35-inch scale as well.
Oh, much better.
Yeah, very good, because it's not a multi-scale. I was like, you know, like, and I like the multi-scale on the M6, but
me too.
Oh,
they
my
nailed
goodness.
it with that fan.
Yeah, it's really good. Apart from the like sharp bit at the top that I had on mine, like
I have that too.
You do?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, really?
I called it
Yeah,
out
okay.
in my review.
Yeah. But this, I'm hitting them up straight after this. I'll be like, we have to do this because this looks insane.
Wendell, please.
Yes, please,
More
Wendell.
sires.
My man. What a lovely chap indeed.
He is. He's wonderful. I love Wendell.
Yeah.
Hi, Wendell. Mwah.
If you're listening, hello, we love you. Any other sprinklings of joy you have to bring to us, Leah? What other industry secrets can we bleed out of you?
Keep an eye out for this one soon.
Oh my God.
Showing it off again. The greatest Mustang ever built. And it's a budget Mustang, and it has lightweight tuners from the factory, and a one-piece maple neck, and a rosewood fingerboard.
And it's not roasted in any way.
It's not roasted. Zero roast.
Just lacquered.
Raw. It's raw.
Wow.
Sushi right here.
Hey, and it's from Japan, so that makes sense.
Well, where's it made? She said it's not-
Indonesia.
But
Only for the Japanese and South Asian markets.
What a strange decision.
Right?
Yeah.
There's so many things that end up as Japan only that they really should have just brought out more generally. Like the katana was really cool.
Mhm.
I actually got to play a Fender Performer for the first time. I've only ever seen pictures of them, and then at my local guitar shop they had one, and it was rad. It was kind of terrible in a very charming way, but I loved it.
Look at Johnny there with print media.
I know.
Ugh.
Books.
The Performer. I literally featured the Performer as an example in that video I alluded to today. So I was like, oh, I know that guitar.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah,
I love
is
that
fun.
headstock. It's so weird.
Fender also has their their Hybrid 2 series, which is their made in Japan, like P bases and J bases. And for 2025, the finishes that they have are really good, really, 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 really good, and they're forbidden as well.
Not fair. I mean, to be fair, like they make incredible stuff. Credit to them. You have it. I get it. But we want it. We want some of that action too. 'Cause
Mhm.
some of it is so good, so good. Ugh.
And just one last thing that's just extra kind of crappy about this is you can't look at the website. If you Google it and you find it and you click the link, it'll just it'll just
Oh, it
redirect
will
you.
kick you off and
Kick
redirect
you off
you.
and just say a 404. Oh, this product isn't found. Unless you're
Time for
in Japan.
VPN.
I know.
Yeah.
Really?
This video is brought to you
Wow.
by no, just kidding.
NordVPN.
No.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Better help.
Oh God.
Helix mattresses.
I use BetterHelp, but now look at me. I'm just kidding.
Look at me.
Look at me.
I feel like
Behold.
the last thing I had on my list for things I want to see this year is I want Fender to purchase G&L so that they can just like absorb all of
they
this.
did.
Did they? Question mark? Because
I mean, they purchased G&L, but it kind of remains to be seen what'll actually happen with it.
Yeah.
What they'll
Whether they
actually
will
do to
continue
it,
the name or even some of the models, or whether they purchased it simply to just retain ownership of Fender's name.
It was on the podcast you were on, wasn't it, Andrew?
Yeah.
In the pocket when we were talking about this very topic. So we won't go on for too long for fear of repetition. But
I have
yeah,
some
I
interesting
want
info
them to do some models.
about G&L. So
Do tell.
I reached out to the folks because I was hearing rumors, some sprinklings that items may be available for sale, be it like either full instruments or necks and bodies and certain parts that were either laying around. They're basically going to liquidate a lot of that stuff. They'd be doing it after NAMM. I think the full instruments would be on Franklin Guitar Works, I think was the website. I'll have to check my email. And then they have another site for the parts. I think Mighty Might is going to have the parts, the reclaimed parts from G&L. So that will be popping on that website after NAMM.
Wow.
For folks who want
Interesting.
some G&L goodies.
We've heard it here first.
Yeah.
I might just have to pick up another set of MFDs just to have them.
Right.
Because I
Here's your
think that
chance.
those are some of the best pickups ever made.
That's so cool. That's so cool. In the chat, Jones Hess has said they want more options for active cabs next year to use with modelers.
Oh, yeah.
Totally agree. It's a totally slept on market, especially for bass. Like I always say this, Tech 21, you need to make an active cab. You are the kings of making preamps your whole lives. Give us an do a cab or something, you've done heads. I feel like that would be the perfect combination of products. And now with the digital world racing ahead, I think it would just be
Are there many products out there that are just set up to just like take a quarter inch or XLR input from a preamp and just are a speaker otherwise?
There's
Powered
a few like I know what are they called? The really lightweight cabs.
Oh, the GR based.
GR.
Yeah.
Dude, those combos were insane.
Yeah.
I could not believe how light those were.
They
But they just
do
make
an
a straight up like powered speaker though?
Yep.
They do unpowered and powered cabs, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is like perfect. A lightweight powered cab to go with your like small modeling rig.
Yeah,
that's ideal. Yeah, exactly. So
And they're Italian.
yes.
Italiano.
Let's not offend another country.
It's all in good fun.
I work for the Italians.
It's fine.
Yeah. Leah's got a friend that's Italian, so she can say whatever.
So it's fine.
I work for the Italian government secretly.
What's it like having a job? I haven't had one of those in a while.
Oh, I know. Can't relate.
It's great.
Great.
We love it.
I love you, Italy.
Wow, fabulous. Well, if that's it, everyone, I want to say
it's just
thank
about
you.
4:20 here for me, so this is a good time for
to really get this stream going.
Yeah.
Let's kick this up a notch.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. To fuck's sake.
See,
Just let me be
Chris just, like,
professional for like
with the
2
drinks,
minutes.
and I'm like, man, it feels a little too early for that. But not too early for some other stuff.
No, because it's 20 past 11 here.
Oh yeah, it's super late for you guys.
It's dinner time for my animals, so that's why
Dude,
they're
you
yelling
guys
at
were
me.
you were like straight up drinking whiskey when we did the podcast, and I had to wake up early, and it just felt so weird for me.
Welcome
Go
to
big
our
or
life.
go home, right?
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed every single one of your videos, and it was amazing to catch up with you lovely folk on this very episode. To
Thank
talk
you.
all
They were
things,
fabulous.
all things base and beyond. It's been amazing. Thank you so much to everyone in chat who has contributed, donated, said hello, etc. You've been absolutely wonderful. Thank you
The
very
real
much.
MVP.
Yeah, the real hell yeah, right there.
Just be
Thank
sure
you.
to hit the like button on your way out, and pick
Like-
up any trash that you might have laying around.
If you click in the descriptions, I believe I've linked off to everyone's channels as well. So make sure you go and subscribe to everyone here on the call. I'm sure everyone watching right now already does just that. But in case, please
Someone,
do so.
please feed Leah's pets.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for
god, he's
goodness
so
sake.
hungry.
Think of the children. Please think of the children.
For just $10 a day, you can beat a bass player.
Beautiful.
Donate directly at patreon.com/in the pocket podcast.
I love this comment from I Found It. Leave the stream better than you found it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
It's the tea,
I'm with-
girl.
And with that, ladies and gents, we bid you fairly well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tatty bye.